it's Norm from Tested. I'm here on Friday, April 10th. It's Apple Watch pre-order day. I just went through the demo. I want to give you guys some impressions. It's our first time wearing the Apple Watch and actually using the, I guess, production hardware. I'm here with Jeremy Williams and Gary Wood, two of the biggest Apple enthusiasts that I know. We're going to share this lapel mic because I want to get your impressions on this. What did you guys think, Jeremy?
You want me to hold it?
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. Some of the reviews were mediocre, kind of lukewarm. I thought the interface felt great. All the icons moved around pretty smooth. I felt like it was pretty intuitive. I saw all the videos and everything. If anything, I was just a little disappointed by the number that they'll have on stock when they go to ship them. So, like, I ordered maybe 2 minutes after it went online last night at midnight, and I'm at a 4 to 6 week wait as opposed to the 2 week wait, which I was hoping for.
And Gary?
Yeah, I was actually really impressed by it. The reviews kind of threw me a bit because they were such a mixed bag. But I think, trying it in person, it was actually pretty impressive. It's really responsive. It takes a little bit getting used to. One point from the reviews that I agree with is it's not as intuitive as some of the other touchscreen products that Apple have made, because so much has been moved to the digital crown, and that's like a new interaction language that people are going to have to learn, and how long that takes will remain to be seen. The thing that kind of bums me the most is the only way to get one today would have been to order one at midnight before you had a chance to try one on. If you want to come down here and try one on, you're already in a position of having to wait until June to get one shipped. So either way.
And that was a really interesting thing. Both of the new MacBooks and this Apple Watch, if you want to get one, they direct you to basically the Apple website and have you order it there. And that could be a trend for Apple stores in the future. I think you're right with the digital crown. When you're at that home screen, and all three of us experience this, you're using your touch on the watch to move around the home screen, but you think to activate an app, you want to tap it. And tapping it actually doesn't launch the app. You have to use digital crown to scroll to zoom in to the app. And once you're in there, you use the digital crown or that force touch.
What? No, from the home screen? You can
From the home screen? Oh, okay.
But it has to be like right. If you're off center from the app, then it recenters it or it does something else. But if you get it right in the middle of the app, it does launch it.
The people giving the demos definitely emphasize that digital crown, which was a little looser than I thought it'd be. Definitely a good one-to-one relationship for the scrolling. You can't flick it like a mouse wheel and have it scroll indefinitely, but it was loose. Did you feel that way too?
Yeah, it was definitely loose. Yeah, and I expected more of that false momentum that they do in iOS. But if you find a long list of things, if you scroll really quickly, you do go through the alphabet just as fast. It just doesn't keep scrolling.
What are the user interface things that you notice, Gary?
Again, I think it's more responsive than just in terms of the touch response is what you'd expect from an Apple product. The demo models they have here, it's interesting. The ones that you can wear on the wrist are just running through a preset demo, so you don't really interact with it. The ones they have on the tables, you can interact with, but they're not actually hooked up to a phone. So a lot of the functionality and a lot of the lag that we've heard about, like it takes a while for it to actually correspond with the phone, we're not really seeing that yet. It's really cool. Like, if I could buy one, if I could have walked out here with one today, I would have, because I'm an idiot and I buy all the new shiny things. Whether or not, like, once we've all been wearing them for 3 months, if it's like the iPhone where how did we ever live without this, or if it's just like a weird, a nice thing to have, but who really cares? I think the jury is still out.
Are you going to be happy either way?
Yeah, because I'm stupid.
All right.
It doesn't take much to please me.
Me too.
These guys are stupid, admittedly, self-admittedly. I'm wearing the Android Wear Watch, the Asus Zen Watch, and I got to actually, they didn't mention it at all. They didn't acknowledge the fact that I was wearing an Android watch while trying on all the different styles of Apple Watch, the 38mm one, the small one, which I thought, because I have reasonably small wrists, I thought that would be the one for me, is actually a little small. The 42mm one felt like the good size, more comparable to this, what I was used to. The bezel is very narrow, and I think what they did with the OLED screen, from a distance at least, it looks like a seamless screen to bezel. If you look up close or off axis, you can tell where that square is around the screen. Yeah. Any final thoughts about bands or the software or any of the interesting stuff you were able to try?
Nothing new. I mean, I do wish that it was thinner. I think version 2 is going to be pretty decent buy. I mean, everyone says that. Next year is going to probably be more enticing, but, that's a year wait. I'm not going to do a year wait.
Yeah, I mean, I was glad I was able to come down here and try them out, because part of it for me was like, what actually looks good on your wrist and what kind of band do you want? The only way to do that is to try them on. So these demos that they're doing are actually pretty smart. I thought if I'd have just ordered one, like on blind, I would have ordered the cheapest, like just the rubber strap, but having tried that on, it actually feels like you're wearing a $10 watch when clearly you're not wearing a $10 watch. So I got the leather loop one's really cool because it's magnetic. It's like a slap bracelet. It goes onto your wrist really easy. I like that. So I don't know. Who knows? Again, Jeremy and I like the 1% early adopter fools who will buy this stuff regardless. Whether or not it's actually going to get mass adoption, I think it's going to be really interesting to see.
And there's so much we weren't able to test here because of the demo units, because we don't have them actually in our daily lives. We're getting units in. Will has one with the Milanese bracelet. That one's coming in. We're going to test battery life, how the fitness stuff works, whether it actually tracks accurately, whether you can use it in a shower, all that stuff. When we get the watch coming out later this month. Thanks, guys. Let's get some breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes.